I wanted to tell you a story about when I was working a domestic assignment. I was stationed, you know what, it shouldn't be a secret because I was on the unclassified diplomatic list. I was at the United Nations. Okay, there, I said it. I was stationed at the United Nations. And a very senior official in an enemy government came to New York. And so literally everybody in the station was ordered to try to collect on this guy. So we all went to collect. We found out where the guy was staying, what hotel he was staying in. Nice hotel, not the greatest, but it was okay. So I met up with my colleague Brett, and I said, what are you going to do about the guy? He said, yeah, you know, we scoped out the hotel. This is not a user-friendly hotel. We're going to have to get some people together and just kind of hang out in the bar. I said, well, he's Muslim. He's not going to be hanging out in the bar. We're not going to collect any information in the bar. So he called our buddy Zach, and I pulled Zach aside. I said, we can't all hang out in the bar. He's like, yeah, we scoped out the hotel. What are we going to do? Like, just go room to room and find the guy? He said, I was talking to Jake about it, and Jake had the same notion that we can't all just sit in the bar. Well, we worked for this guy, Joel. And Joel was an idiot, I'm sorry to say. So we went to Joel and we said, look, I told him, I said, I talked to all these guys. The hotel is not user-friendly. We can't all just sit in the bar and collect. He says, get Sam, get Bone, all of you guys, just sit in the bar, and then every once in a while walk out of the bar and wander around the hotel. Well, we had a colleague, Blake. Blake raised his hand. He said, look, with all due respect, that's a terrible idea. We're going to have like literally every seat in the bar is going to be a CIA officer. He said, Lane did this a year ago when this guy came. And I said, okay, great. Did he collect anything? And he said, well, he went with Joe O. And I know the two of them, they wrote something up. I said, that was not Joe O. I know that story. That was Joe C. And Joe C doesn't know what the heck he's talking about. So finally, this other guy, John, he said, listen, this is going to be a disaster. We can't just descend on the hotel and just hope that this pious Muslim guy is going to wander into the bar for a drink and then just start spilling classified information. Besides, none of us speak his language. Do as you're told, he says. We all go to the bar. We're taking literally every seat in the bar. The only person I talked to there was Ian, the bartender. The guy never came in. Don't do stupid operations like that. All the best, guys. I hope it's a 12-way tie. Here's what I tell people. I say, if you're serious about the agency, especially operations, it's languages, hard languages, very specifically, and I mean this, very specifically, Arabic, Farsi, Dari, Pashto, Urdu, Sindhi, Punjabi, Uzbek, Tajik, Korean, Mandarin, and Russian. If you have just the most rudimentary understanding of one of those languages, you go to the very front of the line. And then there are other things that, ought to be completely clear to everybody, and you'd be surprised are not. Don't get arrested for anything. Don't do drugs. They say not in the last 18 months, just don't do drugs, period. Don't drink to excess. Don't steal anything worth more than $50. Don't steal anything, period. But my God, with your language, your human background already, and your clearance, you're a shoo-in. I mean it. All you have to do is pass the polygraph. That's it. I happened to be on Capitol Hill today to give a speech, and the person who spoke after me was Senator Ron Wyden, the Democrat from from Oregon. And much to my surprise, he said he believes that the Israelis have the files. And he said that's why he voted yes to release the files. Remember, the vote was 99-0 in the Senate. It was 419-1 in the House of Representatives. The president signed it into law and then just decided to ignore it. So I do believe that this is a blackmail issue, and I believe that we should be worried about AIPAC. AIPAC will pressure members of Congress just on a normal day. If they have access to damning, blackmailable information, you can bet your bottom dollar they're going to lose it. Use it, not lose it. I misspoke.